out here on my own. If the spotlight's dimmer or the crowds grow thinner, then I'll be home for dinner with my songs, instead of out here on my own. I'm out here on my own.
Canadian music country superstar Paul Brandt gave an exclusive interview to Portageonline.com. Brandt described several changes that took place in his career, including the influence that internet has on music.
You know, I'm really excited because my life has taken such a change since the internet has kind of influenced music in the way that it has over the last decade. It gives me the immediate opportunity to be in touch with my fans, and I love that. In the past it was sort of this us and them mentality, and now we're all friends, and it's great. So instead of making albums, what I've been doing is just putting out singles and just being in creative mode all the time. And so we have a song on the radio right now called Nothing. It's been doing really well for us. It's kind of, this last wave has started with Forever Summer and Get a Bed and Nothing, and we should have another one coming this fall as well. So a lot of exciting things, just kind of plugging away and doing it. I feel so blessed I had the opportunity to do this for the last 20 years. It's surreal, and I always tell people it feels a lot better than a real job. It's a lot.
So they would die for me. His name is Jesus. I remember hearing the same kind of voice saying to me, you got to give up everything. Give up your music and go and tell them that you want to be done. I remember walking in there and saying, okay, you know, I know we're signed to a deal and I'll finish this deal, but we're moving in two completely different directions. And I'd like you to let me go. And they said no. They actually thought I was negotiating. They offered me more money. But I was serious. I felt like we were moving in two different directions. And so eventually, I was playing at Massey Hall, and for a Canadian, you know, if you get to play Massey Hall, you kind of finally made it, and it was a big night for me. And I remember being backstage, and I remember them calling me and saying, "Okay, fine, you can go do whatever you want to do." And I've never felt more free and more terrified in my entire life. But I knew that. I wanted to go out and I just wanted to do what I felt like God had made me to do and sing for people. I wanted to entertain them, and I wanted to do it to the best of my ability so that maybe I would be able to have a relationship with them where they'd be entertained, they'd be able to escape, they'd be enlightened in some way. And so I just went out and started to do that.
You know, I remember when I left the record company in Nashville and started my own label. It was a scary time, but it was a time where I really felt like I wanted to connect with people through music. And the way that I did that is we booked small towns across the whole country. We played small venues and places where most people don't go to play. And it was one of the most special times of my entire career. So getting to play here tonight, you know, in a room that holds maybe 400 or 500 people, it kind of brings some of those special memories back from that album, Small Towns and Big Dreams.
And this song for me is just a reminder to never give up, to just keep on going, and to keep in mind that really when it comes down to it, especially if you've got God in your heart, regardless of what your job is, do it with excellence, but do it for an audience of one. Doesn't matter what happens, you're doing it for Him. And that's kind of where this song came from. The high wire rack is done. Safety net, don't need one.
Brandt also is merging his music with other forms, including rap, as in his collaboration with Winnipeg Christian hip-hop artist Fresh IE. He comments about how it's not a matter of the style of music.
So getting to play here tonight, you know, in a room that holds maybe 400 or 500 people, it kind of brings some of those special memories back from that album, Small Towns and Big Dreams. You know, I'm really excited because, you know, it's times like this And I think it's appropriate that it's in a church too, because Fresh's album is a worship album, and you know, all of the artists that are on stage are there because they want to reflect their beliefs and do it in a really outgoing way. But they're dropping all of the labels, and I think that that's amazing that music can do that, that our faith can help us to do that as well, where it's not about what kind of music we do, it's about doing this in the name of unity and doing this because we're serving a higher purpose, and it's a really exciting, inspiring thing to be a part of.
What I wanted to do is I mean, you guys know about bro country, right?
Yeah.
So like, it's like, hey baby, get in my big truck and you look hot and let's go down to the river. You know what I'm talking about? Okay?
Yeah, we know that.
So I wanted to write a song because, like, I'm a guy and I like big pickup trucks and I love my wife, but you know, I wanted to kind of write a song to show that there's some gentlemen in country too.
Yeah!
And I had to have Fresh on it, so we're gonna do that one for you right now. It's called Get a Bed.
Go watch the video on YouTube if you ain't seen it yet. Come on, clap your hands, come on.
Let's go. Seems like everybody nowadays is trucking down to the river or down to the lake with the moonshine, homemade wine flying high in the moon. Okay. And maybe I'm shy or a little naive, but there's a lot of tips down in them weeds. Hood and tailgates are great, but honey, I want more for you. I can think of a lot of ways better for you and me to get together. We can get a house, we can get a bed. Honey, think how nice that'd be instead. Nothing wrong with the great outdoors. Yeah, baby, that's what RVs are for. I'm a jacked up pickup truck, but I love you a million times as much, and you deserve the best. We could get a bed. Do 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 do.
Come on, y'all.
Do 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 do. We could get a bed. Do 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 do.
Y'all got it, come on.
I'll be in it for good, in it for keeps. I ain't the kind of guy who loves and leaves. Now I appreciate nature, but I prefer a roof above. And I know it don't sound quite as cool as getting stuck in the woods with those other dudes. Skinny dipping, shine sipping, masters of vehicular love.
I ain't with it,
Compared to them, I ain't with it.
Nah.
But if you're looking for a little commitment,
Come on, y'all,
we
sing it.
can get a house, we can get a bed. Honey, think how nice that'd be instead. And nothing wrong with the great outdoors.
Nothing wrong with it.
But baby, that's what RVs are for. I love my jacked up pickup truck,
Yeah.
but I love you a million times as much, and you deserve the best. We can get a bed. Do, 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 do.
Come on, y'all.
Before we take off any clothing,
Okay.
consider what I'm proposing. Come on, Fred.
Not here to diss you, I dismiss you. You're my girl and I wanna get with you. Oh boy, I love that truck with the bling on it, and I just wanna take your finger and put a ring on it. For all kind of weather, for worse or for better. On the clock ticks, I go the time we're together. I'm gonna love you and respect you, treat you like you're my treasure. Be the queen of my double wide trainer forever.
That'd be instead. Ain't nothing wrong with the great outdoors.
Ain't nothing wrong with it though.
But baby, that's what RVs are for. I love my jacked up pickup truck, but I love you a million times as much, and you deserve the best. We can get a bed. Do 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 do.
Come on, sing it, y'all.
Do 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 do. Baby, we can get a bed. Do 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 do.
Get a bed, baby.
Hey everybody, this is Paul Brandt. You're listening to Country 93 CHPO.
For Portageonline News, I'm Mike Bloom.